You know these people. Yet here's the funniest thing. They're the people most people are intimidated to talk to. And I'm telling you, you need to talk to those people. I'm telling you, you need to create a list of the sharpest, most motivated humans you know. Because if you continue to just hang out with the people that you're comfortable with, you will begin to conform, meaning you begin to shape yourself into their image that they have of you. You begin to reduce yourself to fit into their social circle. But the moment you start to make a list of the most successful people you know, it's a motivator to get better. Just you writing their names down creates a motivation to get better.
If you actually took time to learn about how incredible you were, nothing would ever stop you.
Your life and my life is going to be a complete reflection of the people in it, right? That's it. You can have all the best ideas in the world. You can have all the greatest motivation in the world. But if you have the right names and numbers in your cell phone, or you're connected to the right people, great things are going to happen no matter what. That's just a fact. And so for you and I, looking at what we do, you have to think to yourself, if I'm going to go into business, who do I want to go into business with? Do I want to go into business with people that are energy draining, vampiric, life sucking humans? Or do I want to go into business with people that are inspiring me? They're motivating me. They're making me want to be better. They're making me want to step up my game. You see, being in business with the right people is like being on an ocean with sails and a motor, and you're just going. Being in business with the wrong people is like you have this beautiful yacht and you're anchored down, because they're going to suck the energy out of your body, the marrow out of your bones. This is a lesson I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. For years, I struggled in my development because I was making my business a charitable effort. I thought to myself, oh, he or she needs an opportunity. Of course they're going to see this business. Or, oh no, they need something right now. They need to make more money. Of course they're going to see it. I was wrong. I was totally wrong. I was completely wrong. And I was more motivated for other people than they were for themselves. And I couldn't understand why it was that I was so excited to be an entrepreneur, even if it was part-time. And I love the fact that I could be a collaborative entrepreneur. That blew me away, that I could be an entrepreneur not by myself. I could be an entrepreneur with people being entrepreneurs with me, and we could grow something together. Collaborative entrepreneurship. I never even thought of that phrase, but I fell in love with the concept. But what I made the mistake in doing was I didn't ask myself, did the people that I was working with want what I wanted as much as, what should I say it like this? Did the people I was working with want what I wanted the way that I thought that they should want it? Meaning, I wanted to have a chance to be free. I wanted to have a chance to change my life. And I thought that they'd want the same thing, that they wanted to change their lives, that they'd want to be free. They'd want to have tremendous financial options. But then I discovered that when it came time to actually doing the work, man, they disappeared so fast. They were out. And I'm like, wait a minute, you just said you wanted to retire your wife. You just said you wanted to have the ability to take care of your husband. You just said you want to be able to provide and put your kids in a better educational system. You said this to me. But when it came time to actually doing the thing, they disappeared. Now, why am I having this conversation? It's because I'm telling you, you should never look at what people say. You should 100% focus in on what people are doing. Are their words and are their actions in alignment? Aligned words and actions create amazing results. When you have someone who's speaking something and then doing the complete opposite of what they're speaking, it creates total incongruence. Total incongruence. So here you are. Let's say you're a business owner, which you are. Let's say that you are maybe a new business owner or a very successful business owner already. Whatever you've done, you've achieved what you've achieved because you had the right people around you. And some people could have had all the success in the world if they would have had great people around them. But they didn't. They chose people that they felt comfortable with. If the people that you feel comfortable with are not moving you forward, why are you with them when, at least when it comes to business? They could be great family people. They could be great husbands, wives, but that doesn't mean that your husband is going to be a great business partner in growing your business if that person is not entrepreneurial. They'll probably hold you back. And that doesn't mean you should get divorced. What that does mean is that when it comes to your business, you should get your coaching from people with whom you want to be successful with in that particular business. Let's say in this particular business. I'm hoping this is making sense because this is really important because it aligns with so much. It aligns with not just the work that you do. It aligns with the joy you will experience in the work that you do. One of the things that is very hard is working with people that do not want to do the work. That is, and that what I just said sounds so simple, but I need you to understand what is really hard in any endeavor. It doesn't matter what the endeavor is working on a project with people who don't want to work on a project. Because even if they do it with not great energy. I saw the opportunity. I'm working in pharmaceutical sales, and I see an opportunity to work for myself. And I'm excited about that. I see an opportunity to change. I believed it was going to change my life, and it did. I believed that I could get better, and I needed to go and learn how to get better. And I surrounded myself. I wanted to know who the most successful people were in the company because I wanted to grow. I wanted to learn. I would drive. Man, let me tell you something. I remember driving 7 hours to go to one event. So I had to leave work, and there was an event that was taking place in northern part of Connecticut. And I was living in Maryland, and I remember driving 7 hours with traffic. I was in traffic because it was crazy. But anyway, I remember leaving at noon. I left at noon to be able to make it there by 8 p.m. because I assumed I was going to hit some form of traffic, okay? And I'm in the car driving myself, thinking to myself, this is crazy what I'm doing. I'm driving by myself in this car for 7 hours to go and listen to someone speak about my business. And I don't know what it was, but in that moment, I knew I was going to break through. Why? Because I wanted it so badly, and I was willing to do whatever it took. See, I didn't just say I wanted it so badly. I got in the car and drove 7 hours by myself to get the information. And there are people wired like this. There are people wired like this. They're willing to do whatever they have to do, go wherever they have to go to get whatever they need to get in order to get the results, to have the life they want to live. There are people like this. Now, they're not common. That's the truth, but they're out there. And the fact that they're out there means that your role is to find them. That's your role. That's your great mission in life. And the best way to find them is to find people that have already proven that they're willing to do whatever it takes. It is a fact that your history is usually a great indicator of future performance. Why do you think credit is such a big deal? Why do you think banks use credit? Well, if you're ultra wealthy, credit doesn't matter. But for the more normal person, your credit score is an indicator to people who don't know you on how have you managed certain affairs. Well, at least when it comes to money. They don't know you. Well, we believe there's something called a social credit system. There are some people whose lives have already proven that they are achievers. They're doers. They've opened up businesses with no help. They've worked 2 jobs and they're in school. They're people that have already shown you that they have an above and beyond mentality. They already have shown you this. You already know it. You already know who they are. They get up earlier than you. They stay longer than you. They work harder than you. They've gone from nothing to very successful. They're influencers. They're go-getters. You know these people. Yet here's the funniest thing. They're the people most people are intimidated to talk to. And I'm telling you, you need to talk to those people. I'm telling you, you need to create a list of the sharpest, most motivated humans you know. Because if you continue to just hang out with the people that you're comfortable with, you will begin to conform, meaning you begin to shape yourself into their image that they have of you. You begin to reduce yourself to fit into their social circle. But the moment you start to make a list of the most successful people you know, it's a motivator to get better. Just you writing their names down creates a motivation to get better. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been to someone's house that was really nice? Didn't it motivate you to want to get a better house? I mean, whether you did or didn't you get motivated to go and at least clean your house? It did, right? When you have someone you know that gets a nicer car, doesn't it kind of motivate you to want to get a nicer car? If your car has got 3 wheels and no steering wheel, aren't you more motivated when you get a nice car to get a better car? You are, right? You are, because you are around something that's the next level. When you put yourself in the position of people who are already operating life at the next level, meaning they've already done something, meaning that they're playing the game of life at a high level, then you fundamentally will want to get better. And why am I having this conversation with you today? Well, it's really simple. Because the names on that list is a doorway to a new life. That's why. The names that you put down are a doorway to a new life. I'm telling you right now, it is. The moment you start to elevate the people you choose to do business with, you, by the virtue of the momentum that gets created in association, you're going to have a different level. You're going to have a different level. I promise you. You can think that listen to me. You're going to have a different level. I started my business and I was running a charitable network. No one had any money. No one had any motivation. I'm trying to, come on, you got to go. Come on, let's go. I'm trying to pump everyone up. And there was a balloon with a small hole in it. And the moment they got excited is as fast as the air came out, because they had no discipline. They had no work ethic. And I'm thinking, I'm going to give you that. You don't give anybody anything. People are who they choose to be. And so the moment I started writing a list called my superstar, my all-star, the great people list, oh my Lord, everything changed. Everything changed. Everything changed. Let me tell you something. If the meeting was at 6, they were there at 5:55. Why? They respect time. If they said they'd call me back, they actually called me back. Why? They have personal integrity. If they said, I'm going to do it, they did it. They did it on the day they said they're going to do it. And I began to realize, what in God's name was I doing working with these other knuckleheads? These people were costing me my freedom, my time, my energy. It was draining. But then you get with the right people and it is oxygen to your lungs. It is a wind to your sail. The right people that have personal discipline, they have to fall in the category of the W.H.I.P list, W.H.I.P, W, work ethic. Who do you know has work ethic? Write them down. Who do you know that is not afraid to work? They believe in work. Work ethic, W. H, hunger. They have a hunger. They're not satisfied. Think about it. You have a person like Elon Musk, worth the richest man in the world, and he's still not satisfied. And then Uncle Charlie, you call Uncle Charlie, offer him an opportunity, or you say, Uncle Charlie, let's do this. Oh, I've got too much on my plate. There's nothing on your plate but bones. And you're telling me you got too much on your plate? You got an empty plate, Uncle Charlie? What you doing? Can't motivate the unmotivatable. Some people just have a hunger for more. They want to just keep growing. They want to keep expanding. They're not satisfied with status quo. They have to have an H, hunger. I, they have to have integrity. People who do what they say they're going to do. How do you do business with people who won't do what they say they're going to do? How do you do business with these people? I don't know. You just hope? Hope is not a financial strategy. If you work with people and you have to hope, are they going to do what they say they're going to do? You're working with the wrong people. Go find new people. And P, they have personal power. When they make a call, people respond. people show up. People want to come and be a part of it. These are people that you want to work with. They have W.H.I.P, WHIP list. Who is on your WHIP list? Because if they're on your WHIP list and you keep adding names, you should literally have a category. W category, H category, I category, P category. And you should have the names written down on the left-hand side. You should have W.H.I.P across the top and then names written on the left-hand side. And so let me give you an example. Jennifer, does she have work ethic? Yep. Is she hungry, motivated? Yep. Does she have integrity? Nope. Whoop. She didn't make it through the list. She only made half the list, Jennifer. Oh, Lord, please get better. John, does he have work ethic? Yep. Does he have hunger, motivated? Yep. Does he have integrity? Yep. Does he have personal power? Yep. John made it all the way across. You see, the more people you have on your WHIP list that make it all the way across, those are your business partners. He's saying something today. The more people you have on your WHIP list, those are your business partners. Who's on your WHIP list? You need to write them down immediately, because those are the people that are going to work with you to take everything to another level.
If you actually took time to learn about how incredible you were, nothing would ever stop you. See, the definition of sight is the faculty or power of seeing.